a lot of talk about the morning routine, and I've been going over routines for a while now, and it keeps on coming up this morning routine thing. In fact, I was reading this great article, and they quoted Gary Keller. He's like, it's all about the morning routine, and I mean, he's not wrong about the morning routine, but there's another aspect to this that I've learned through interviewing some of the highest achievers out there, and it's not just financial, right? It's just high achievers overall. And this one thing that you can do can really set the tone for you so that you understand and prioritize what the most important thing is, along with not letting the day get away from you. So here it is. But first, I want to share this great article with you. And you know, I'm always going to share articles with you. This one's titled, Gary Keller has a theory about what a successful agent looks like. And just ahead of time here, he's not wrong, okay? I'm just going to add the key point to what's missing. Here it is. A real estate agent doesn't have to be organized all day in order to be a top performer, as long as they make the most of the early morning hours. Now that's partially true. I agree with you don't have to be organized all day. It's very true. Here he continues, says, perfection is highly overrated. Yes, 100%. You see that all day. It says done is better than perfection, right? All the time. And plus, we can't even reach perfection. If you can wake up in the morning and control your day before noon, you will have the greatest life possible. I'm going to challenge you to think a little bit deeper here. I'm going to challenge you because I'm about to show you something that goes against that a little bit. And not saying that there's a right or wrong. I'm just saying that this, from what I've seen, is a little better. And here, one last portion to this that I thought was key. Jen Davis, Vice President of KW Maps Coaching, subscribes to the philosophy as well and teaches it to various agents she works with. She says, that in addition to ensuring a more productive day, the morning-centered strategy can have the added benefits of lowering agent anxiety. And that's true to an extent, because have you ever noticed when you're about to go to just knock out, you're in bed, you get this anxiety. It's like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. And it always comes in the evening. And Michael Phelps said it, and a few different people I've interviewed have said the same thing. And there have been a few, like Mike Scioscia, great baseball player that I interviewed at Success Magazine, said, hey, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. And I have control of my day. And let me share with you what that is. So I thought that's interesting. It says, in anxious times, productive activity limits your anxiety. That's true. Davis said, when production is high, anxiety is low, to an extent. Now, let me end it right here. It says, afternoon, if an agent has had a productive morning, they'll often find there's little need to be as demanding or manage their time as closely, Keller says. They'll find they can remain productive with a fraction of the stress. Obviously, that's oversimplified, right? He went in deeper in person, but I want to share with you one piece that's absolutely missing from this, and that's the evening routine. We don't talk about it. And over the years, I've created a process that allows you to do this so that you have better control of your day. There was T.D. Jakes and his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts. I interviewed them a while back, and Sarah said something to me that was absolutely amazing. She said, Tristan, I look at my day beforehand, like at night, and I look at the day ahead, and I take a look. And first of all, right, she's planning. I take a look and I say, hey, am I going to be able to be present for this tomorrow 100%? Or what about this over here? And if at any point I don't feel like I'm going to be there 100%, I do one of two things. I either cancel it and I say, I'm sorry, I can't make this, right? Or, which I prefer not to do, she says, or I tell myself, where do I need to be to show up here? And it starts the night before. It starts the evening before. And so I have something else to share with you. Obviously, I'm not just going to share that. This is what I created a while back, and it's an evening routine. I'm going to challenge you to tell you this. The evening routine is more important than the morning routine because your day starts the day before. Your day tomorrow starts today. It doesn't start in the morning and it's like, surprise, let's kind of figure everything out. That's not how it works. It starts tonight. And hopefully you're planning way ahead. Like, I use usually my Saturdays or Sundays to plan, right? So this way, when you're seeing this right here, by the way, I'll give this to you in the chat, or if you're watching on YouTube, I'll drop it into a link. But when I'm looking at plan for tomorrow, you see how it says 3 minutes, right? Because the whole routine lasts 11 minutes if you're speeding through it. Plan for tomorrow. If it's going to take you 3 minutes, man, you better have planned on Sunday fully. Right? Because I'm looking at everything and I'm like saying, hey, what are the things that I'm going to be present for tomorrow? Who do I need to be? How do I need to show up? With what energy? Right? Am I prepared enough? Ryan Serhant said the same thing when we talked a while back. He's like, Tristan, I'm looking through my day ahead of time. My day starts the night before. So I'm telling you, the morning routine's great, but this is better. You need to level up. And this is what it looks like. Next, review what happened today. Here, when I go through the review what happens today, I look through my emails, I look through my texts, and I'm like, did I miss anything? Did I miss a voicemail? Did I miss an email? I'm reviewing what happened today. Did I miss anything? Because if you're really busy, you're going to be missing some things, and you have to have a catch-all moment that happens in the late afternoon, early evenings when you're going through this and you're like, I got this. Review what happened today. Now, there's exercise. I'm not saying it takes a minute to exercise. You see there, it says a minute. It all goes with the whole idea of the whole Tony Robbins when he says motion creates emotion. And I'm going to just tweak that a little bit and tell you motion enhances emotion, right? So if you drop down and give me 20 push-ups, 30, 40, however many you can do a row. You do that twice, you do jumping jacks, and guess what? We're chemical beings. How many times have I told you? Our biology has certain reactions. So we dump things out and we feel better instantly. This is why exercise long-term feels great, right? So this is a quick hack, right? Exercise, and obviously it spells out prepare, right? I'm on E. Next, practice gratitude. And a lot of us do this in the morning. I'm going to challenge you to do this in the evening as well. Practicing gratitude in the evening where you can go back through the day and say, wow, what am I thankful for? Who do I need to reach out to and say thank you to for making my day this much better? Who do I need to reach out to who actually made my day easier? Who is that? And who's out there that I just haven't reached out to recently that I just feel like I need to say hello or thank you to? This is how you're ending your day. You're taking control of it. It's very purposeful here. Now, next, affirmations in the evening. I have a set of affirmations for the evening that I go through that gets me into the right mindset to prepare for turning off. Because a lot of us, like I said earlier, a lot of us just go through the night. It's like, when is our shutoff time? We go through, we're trying to sleep and we're thinking of this, we're thinking of that. Some of us wake up in the middle of the night and we're like, oh man, I forgot to do this. What about this? And it's all worry and anxiety, right? So morning is great, but let me tell you, this is better. Next, reflect on your actions. As you're going through the day, pay attention to this one because this for me changed my awareness level. It changed how I interact with other people. When I'm reflecting back and I'm taking a look at this one, it says, reflect on your actions. I'm looking back and I'm thinking, well, how did I treat people? How did I treat my son today when he came up to me in the middle of me doing a webinar or a call? How did I treat my wife? Was I short with somebody on staff? What about my clients? How is that communication? What about other agents? What about just other people? Because everyone's paying attention to your tonality. Everyone's paying attention to how you treat them, whether you're looking at them or whether you're looking at the phone and just saying, yeah, yeah, Reflect on your actions. This is the only way that we can get better. Take time to reflect back on your day. How did you treat others? Right? And then lastly, embrace the night. And a lot of us don't ever get there. A lot of us don't ever get to the point where we can look back and say at this time, usually around this time, I'm going to just embrace it. I've done enough for today. I could keep on going forever. I'm never going to finish. I learned that early on in my business career. It's like, hey, it just seems like I never finish anything I want to do. It just keeps going and going and going. So I'm telling you, you're never going to finish. At some point, you're going to have to stop. Embrace the night. But when you have time to do everything on here and you look through it, you're like, plan for tomorrow, relieves anxiety. Review what happened today, relieves anxiety. Exercise definitely relieves anxiety. Practice gratitude. Man, you're heading in the right direction here. Affirmations, definitely. Reflect on your actions. You're like, damn, I can do better tomorrow, but I did okay today. And embrace the night. Guess what you're doing here? You're just letting it all go. But a lot of us don't have the structure that allows us to let it go. So as cool as the morning routine is, I'm going to tell you right now, it starts the night before. It's all about the evening routine. Everything. And look, there's some other questions underneath. You can answer them if you have time. I'm going to drop this into the link as soon as I'm done. But what do you think? Like, do you need an evening routine? Do you even have one? Well, maybe do you have a morning routine, right? Maybe you should scratch that and start with an evening routine, because you're setting yourself up for a better day the day before. Now you're not leaving it up to chance. So anyway, think about that. Thank you for jumping in. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Everywhere else, follow me. Have an awesome Thursday.